What was it like for you, as his friend and somebody who's known him for so long, when that announcement, you're scrolling on your phone and you see, oh, Kenny's coming back to coach at ASU? I mean, that had to be pretty surreal for you too, I would imagine.
I mean, it's awesome because I became pretty close with his family over the years, and his sister actually texted me, and she, I text her and she texted me back. She's like, "Oh my God, we can't believe it," and it was just like really cool because, you try to stay in touch with somebody when they're all across the country, but it was really cool to see him be able to come back to his hometown, where his family is, his wife's family. And it's really cool to see that all come together, and I know they were super excited.
How have you kind of seen the Valley activated, not just in the stadium, but in terms of interest in what you're doing here?
Just last week I was at the grocery store, and I saw this older guy, and he was wearing like a wrinkled ASU shirt, and I could tell he hadn't worn it in a while. So I just randomly walked up to him. I was like, "Sir," I'm like, "Go Devils." And he's like, "I brought this shirt out after a decade." And it kind of like, it hit me where, I went to ASU for undergrad, and then I went back to get my MBA. So I've been there twice, and it just has never had that feel of, a major college program. We always had high expectations. We did well. We produced some great teams, but nothing that, withstood the test of time. And I think what I'm seeing, just talking to other business owners, talking to all the friends that I graduated undergrad with, everyone just seems to have this interest that you would expect from a really proud program.
My tailor Doug actually did this, and my wife designed it with Doug.
The first time you kind of had the conversation with him, what was that like? You were like, "Hey, I do suits. We want to make, look good, feel good, play good." What was that initial kind of conversation like when to suit up Kenny?
When we met, we just started with a really nice maroon, and he actually wore it to Big 12 Media Day last year.
So we got Pat Tillman right here, Pat Tillman Foundation, great to see, so, shout out to him.
We suit up all the guys on the Pat Tillman Leadership Council. So last year it was 12 guys, this year it's 11 guys, and this year I told Kenny, I was like, I want to do something really unique, give an ode to ASU, give an ode to Pat Tillman and the foundation. So we connected with the foundation, and we created the custom linings for the guys for Media Day, and it just went viral. It was really cool to see, and after talking to each of the guys, they were so proud and so confident when they walked around with them on, because they knew that people were interested in not only just their football skills, but their academics, their leadership, their community involvement. When we first started this, you started as, hey, we're just going to make suits for the players. But getting to know the players and getting to hear more about them and their stories, it's kind of hit something within me where I love doing it, where they're a young, successful athlete, but they're dressed well, they speak well, they have a great story. Well, now that can, roll into more opportunities for them in the professional world, in the, endorsement world. So that's what's exciting for what we're doing is we feel that by helping them, curate and improve their professional image, it's only going to help them in all facets.
So you guys actually chose suits you'll wear forever, which is smart.
Life pursuit.
Take me through, you suit up various, people
Yeah.
and, different body types and whatnot.
Yeah.
What's it like when a Ben Coleman, or, is it a different process when a big football player comes in to get a custom suit, I guess?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because Ben is very unique. So when we measure our clients, we're taking all the measurements of their body, cross-cut measurements, front and back. We measure each side of their body because, depending on if they had an injury or they had an accident sometimes where, one arm is a little longer than the other, or legs, or vice versa. So we really get in tune with their body mechanics and also their postures. So with a guy like Ben or other linemen, they are so broad from the shoulders to the waist because they have to. They're pushing against guys trying to, essentially run through them. And so it gives you an appreciation for different body types.
And kind of walk me through what's over your shoulder back there, the old the suit up the Suit Up the Sun Devils, kind of a new initiative you guys are starting here.
So that's something we're really excited about. It's a huge initiative, but they always say, dream big dreams. So last year, ASU kept winning, and we really didn't get too much deeper into the Pat Tillman Leadership Council and what it was, but I would have some of the guys on the Leadership Council tell me, hey, so-and-so wants a suit. How does he get one? So after Media Day this year, Kenny and I kind of sat down, and I said, I'd love to do an initiative where we challenge the Valley, we challenge alumni, we challenge fans, people who are in these players' corners. Hey, we'd love to help you out. How can we help these players all get suited? So our goal is to have every player on the team in a suit. So Suit Up the Sun Devils is our initiative where when somebody comes to us and they purchase a suit, they can pick a player of their choice, and we'll suit that player up in an Art Loom bespoke suit. Suit Up the Sun Devils is really about a call of action to the Valley. Let's activate the Valley. Let's all come together, and let's get these guys in suits, and it'll be pretty amazing. And kind of the hashtag, I know hashtags aren't used as much anymore, but best dressed team in college football. That's our goal.